Hello guys, what is up? This is your cheat sheet for the anime series Shingeki no Kyojin. Everything you need to know about Attack on Titan Season 2. If you haven't seen the series, you've been warned. By the way, you can also check my previous video about Season 1 and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go! Season 2 starts off with Father Nick of the Church of Wolves shouting like a crazy person at the Recon Corps or the Scout Regiment not to let the sunlight hit the exposed face of the Titan inside a wall, which kinda looks like the baby version of the colossal Bertolt Titan, which, towers above the wall. Sunlight must not hit it because, as mentioned in the previous season, the Titans are less active at night, or if you deny sunlight to them, they covered it ASAP. If not, it would have been catastrophic if the sun were there to energize him. This whole scenario triggered Hanji about the truth about the walls vis-a-vis the Titans, since there's no historical records of how the walls were created. What if the walls were created by the Titan's ability? Its ability to create hardened crystals. She is certain that Father Nick knows something about it. However, he remains to be shush about it despite her applying some questionable means of extracting the truth. Must have been some ironclad NDA prepared by the powers that be to keep his mouth sealed. On the other side of town, south of the wall, while the Titan duel between Annie and Eren was going on, the other new recruits were placed in quarantine to make sure that there is no Titan among themselves. While they were bored to death and curious at the same time why they were placed there, because you see the reason behind was a secret. Sasha Bros, who is a seismograph, was able to hear or feel the Titans marching towards them that is still miles and miles away, beyond the vision of any normal human being, and he kinda did that while they were on the second floor of a building. Seconds later, Mike, the squad leader and officer in charge of the quarantine, was also able to detect the incoming Titans as well by sniffing the air, because he has the sense of smell of a black bear, apparently. So Mike dispatched runners to inform Commander Erwin, who is in the district of Stohes in Walsina, that the Rose Wall was breached because of the horde of Titans marching in their direction. He utilized the new recruits as well to run to the nearby villages to warn them of the breach and the danger of Titans inside the Rose Wall. As they finally saw the incoming Titans, Mike volunteered to be bait so the others can escape and warn the villages nearby. Being allegedly second only to Captain Levi, he killed the Titans with great skill and accuracy. But his confidence quickly waned when the Gorilla Titan picked up his horse, threw it towards him, causing him to fall to the ground. And when he heard it speak,
俺今待てって言った
and ordered the other Titans around like peasants, and he immediately knew of his impending death. He got killed. Connie led a group of new recruits together with Bertolt and Rainier to his village, which was right behind the Titan horde. To their surprise, nobody was there. The houses were destroyed or damaged, but there were no bloodstains, so they may have escaped. But the horses were still in the stable. How could they escape the Titans? On foot? No freaking way. What was disturbing though was the disabled Titan on top of Connie's house, still alive but unable to move because of its abnormally large body and small limbs. And what was more disturbing was that Connie swore to God the Titan said to him, now that they have warned the nearby villages, it is now their task to look for the hole in the wall where the Titans allegedly passed through. In the dead stillness of the night, Krista's group and Connie's group accidentally bumped into each other and were shocked to learn that both groups have not come across the said hole. For the night, they decided to make camp at the abandoned Utgard castle. Eren and the gang reach the Emmerich district, where Father Nick has a change of heart after witnessing the plight of the refugees from the terrace of the Titan breaching the wall. He said that the only information he can provide is that they cannot defy the sacred will they have sworn to obey, and that the sacred will instructed the Church of Wolves to watch over Crystal Lens, Eren's classmate in the cadet training. The blonde girl who Armin finds cute, who Rainer wants to marry, and who Ymir has a thing with. Krista, whose real name is Historia Reese, is an important figure in the church. She is a close friend of Ymir, whose budding relationship began during the winter season of the cadet training, because both are somewhat similarly situated, and both can relate to each other's experiences and struggles. Ymir accidentally found out that Krista was an illegitimate child who was next in line to the throne. They wanted to kill her to settle the dispute surrounding her succession. Instead of murder though, they found a less bloody way to settle the dispute surrounding her succession, and that is to let her live as long as she can change her name and live an ordinary life. That story feels close at home for Ymir because her story began when she was picked up by some guys and was presented to an audience announcing that she has inherited the blood of the king, and as long as she is with the people, they will be blessed with immortality. Little did she know, she just became the holy figure in the cult. She was still a toddler at that time, and since everything was given to her food, clothing, shelter, the adoration of the followers, she never really complained and just went with the flow. As time goes by, the cultish group was raided by the authorities and everybody got arrested. The rats that placed that veneration on her threw her under the bus, saying that she was the mastermind of it all. However, instead of coming out with the truth that it was the complete opposite, she saw the faces of her followers and wanted to save them from punishment, so she acknowledged it, that it was all her idea. But it didn't really turn out the way she wanted it to be. Instead, everybody was quote-unquote punished. They were turned into titans, including her. She wandered for 60 years as a titan and went into hibernation. I didn't know titans could do that, but anyway, when she woke up, Rainer, Bertolt, and Annie was there, and she ate one of their companions. And the next thing she knew, she was back to her human form. She was particularly drawn to Historia, because both of them feel like the world would be better off if they had never been born. Eren and the gang went into the night to find Krista and bring her back, or protect her. That was not really clear. But before leaving, Hanji presented to them the result of the background check on Annie. It was found out that two other people came from the same area as her, and they were referring to Rainer and Bertolt, and there is a strong possibility that they are titans as well. Meanwhile, in the abandoned castle, they were shocked to notice that several titans were alive and kicking at night. The gorilla titan was also there, where he climbed the wall and threw rocks at them like a long-range artillery tank. When all hope seems to be non-existent and the members of the scout regiment were one by one killed, Ymir shocked everybody when she jumped off the ledge and transformed into a titan and tries to save them. Well, not very well because there were so many of them. Ymir Titan was losing the battle. And just in the nick of time, Eren and the gang arrived to save the day. While they were up above the wall so high, like a diamond in the sky, Hannes reported that there was no hole in the wall. Krista argues in behalf of Ymir and how she is on the side of humanity and how she fought the other titans to save them. And then Rainier confesses to Eren that he is the armored titan and Bertolt is the colossal titan, and asks him to come with them so they won't have to destroy the wall and in the process kill a lot of people. Well, that confirms their suspicion, and in a split second Mikasa took on the offense and injured both of them. They transformed into titans and Eren as well. They fought while the colossal titan was on the wall, not moving, steaming, waiting, and holding on Ymir. Hanji told Eren her strategy, Eren acknowledged, Hanji had a mini orgasm. Eren then used the Annie technique, broke Rainer's armor, MMA fighting style, and then Rainer was losing. Then Bertolt dropped on top of them, exploding like the little boy, allowing them to escape with the unconscious and injured Eren and Ymir. They waited for Commander Erwin for reinforcements while they licked their wounds. Once everything was in order, they proceeded with the hot pursuit. Rainer, Bertolt, and the hostages were in the giant trees and were also doing the same thing, gathering their strength. They saw the flares and realizes that the military is already nearby, so they started to run for it. Ymir, on the other hand, wanted to protect Historia, so her plan was to bring her to her hometown so she can protect her. She successfully took her by eating her. Well, not really, she kept her in her mouth, which was pretty disgusting considering she became unconscious, and when she woke up, she spit some liquid, like somebody regaining consciousness from drowning, and then you realize it wasn't really water, it was spit. Rescuing Eren was such a difficult task because Rainier was protecting Bertolt and Eren. Crazy Erwin on the other side led a horde of titans to their way to snag the running armored titan. It was very effective. Erwin doing the Napoleon crossing the Alps pose. They charged to save Eren. He got bitten. Eren was saved. Historia slayed. In the last-ditch effort to get Eren again, Rainer threw titans around. Literally, it was raining titans. And when Mikasa and Eren were trying to escape, the titan who ate Eren's mom just appeared. Hannes tried to stop it, but he failed. He got eaten. Eren was so devastated, he felt useless, and as emotions were flared up, he unknowingly used his unknown power, twice. The first one was when he screamed and unconsciously ordered the other titans to fight or kill the mother-eating titan. And secondly, when he screamed and the other titans went to fight Rainier so they can escape. This is when Rainier and Bertolt realizes that Eren is the coordinate, the very person they were tasked to retrieve, of all people, Eren. Apparently, a coordinate is a titan/human that can control other titans. Or is it? This is not yet elaborated in the season. But the Gorilla Titan was able to control some titans in the start of the season. Was that the same thing? If you guys know the answer, comment down below. And also, Ymir realizes that somebody can protect Historia inside the wall, so she let her go and went to Rainier and Bertolt to save them. Back to civilization, they now realize that the Titan in Ragako village, Connie's village, you know, the PWD Titan, was Connie's mother. In other words, they transformed humans into titans. That is why there was no hole in the wall. Titans are once human beings.
つまり、巨人の正体は人間であると。
The end. That is all you need to know for Season 2 Attack on Titan. Up next, your cheat sheet for Season 3. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.